Hello everybody. Hope everybody has a great start to the beginning of their week. I am Angela, and today we're going to be doing this fun little project. I'm gonna wait for some people to join a little bit before I start. Alright, I'm getting some people. So, today we're going to be doing this fun little project. It's this little frog out of a toilet paper tube or a paper towel roll, which I suggest. And it's a little bug that you catch. I don't know if I'll be able to do it here, but you get the gist of it. Anyway, so the things you're going to need today are string. You're going to need a paper towel tube, a pair of scissors, some markers, a piece of paper, a pencil. I have a white ink pen because I like to add accent to my things. So if you have a white ink pen, that's awesome. Also, I also said that you can have paint. If you have paint instead of markers, you could, you could paint this instead of doing markers. Okay? And hot glue gun, which plug that in now if you have one. And also, that's it, I think. Yeah. So to get started, we are going to take our paper towel tube, and you want to cut it to the specific size that you want your frog to be. So just decide how big you want your frog. Cut that off. Now, like I was saying, if you don't have hot glue, you can use a staple gun or tape. Tape would work good for the legs, but I have hot glue, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use some hot glue. Okay, now once you have that, then the next step is you're going to color this entire tube. So pick out a color that you want to color it. I did dark green for this one, so I'll do light green for this one and this next one. And you just want to color the whole thing. Chisel tips, the bigger the chisel tip is better because it you get a lot more space quicker. And I am using, people always want to know what supplies I'm using. So for this marker, I am using the Mr. Sketch scented markers. I always tell everybody they're one of my favorites. This one smells like peppermint or mint leaves or something. So just color your whole tube green. I did say a thick paper. You need a thick paper. If I didn't say that, I'm saying that now. I said paper, but it's better to have it thick. So like you could use you could even use a piece of this if you wanted. If you didn't have super thick paper, you could probably use a piece of the tube. That would work. All right, and just color when this dries. It dries light green. I like that. All right. Next step. Once you've got it all colored green to the best of your ability. Now, if you don't have markers, I think I also said you could use color pencils too, not just paint. I'm going to put some little dots on the top just to give my frog a little extra something. See that? All right, once I have those done, the next step is you're going to take that extra tube that you have left, and we're going to kind of fold it, or not fold it, but push it down, squish it, and then you're going to draw some arms, okay? So I'm going to show you how to do that. You want to draw on the fold line. Let me zoom up a little bit and angle this down so you all can see it. Okay, so then you're just going to draw on the fold line some arms. And then what I like to do is I just like to draw just like this. And then you could go back and add your fingers later. But just draw something like this, okay? And then you're going to cut that out on the fold. So cut that out on the fold. You can make them longer if you want. That's up to you. I did make these a little short. Then you want to unfold it and color it, okay? So color it the color that you colored your frog. All that done. Then once you have that, the next step is to do the little fingers. And the way you do that is you can fold this up here like that again, and then start just cutting like triangles out. See that? So just cut triangles. Do 4 or 5, that's up to you. However you want to do it. I'm just going to leave 4. I guess I'll leave it like that. And then we want to do the same thing for legs. Okay, so just set those aside for a second because we want to get our legs done. And then for the legs, I just like to do something like this. So an arch. Okay. And same thing. You're going to do the same thing that we did for the arms. Just like that. Cut it out. Then once you get it cut out, we're going to color it. Come on. I'm done with that, so I'm going to just throw that away. Get that out of my way. This too. Now, if you, like I said, if you don't have thick paper, you can use that cardboard. You don't have to throw it away. Save it. All right. Now unfold it and color that. With the same colors you colored your body. All right. Now, and then you're going to fold it back again, and then we're going to cut our feet out. So do it the same way. You're going to cut little triangles out. This just ensures that it's uniform when you unfold it, so it looks the same on both sides. However, humans don't have the same size hands and feet. Whichever hand and feet is dominant, it's always bigger. So if you're right-handed, your right hand is always bigger, just slightly bigger than your left. I don't know if you knew that. But if you didn't, now you do. All right, so now cut that in half. And you're going to do the same thing to your front arms, okay? Cut those in half. Right? And now we're going to take this frog body and we are going to put hot glue, or if you have tape or staples, we're going to adhere this together, okay? So I'm just going to put some hot glue right here. But while I'm doing that, since it's nice and juicy still, I'm going to add my legs to it. So put your legs in there, right on the edge. There we go. And then smash it shut. You could move your legs just a little bit while you're doing it, but do it quick because it dries super quick. unless you put a lot in there. If you put a lot, then it doesn't dry so quick. All right. Now I've got that. Now I've got my legs on. That's cute. I like these legs better than these legs. Little frog bottoms. How cute. Okay, and then next step, you want to glue your arms to the top. So figure out where you want your arms and glue those down. So I'm just going to put 2 glue dots right here on the side. 1, 2. And then stick the little arms on. Ha! This is great. Kind of looks like he's flying. Woo! And then if you need to, you can fold them down a little bit. That's cute. Okay, next step is to put this little guy aside for a second. And then you're going to take your thick paper and I'm going to cut a piece off. And this is watercolor paper that I'm using. And then fold it. All right, and I didn't have a black marker, so I'm going to grab my black marker. I forgot to grab that. Or black or brown, whatever color, a dark color. Okay? And then you're going to actually draw it with the pencil first, just in case. In case you mess up, you can erase and do over. You want to take, for the bug, you're going to do a half oval, like that. Okay, then once you have a half oval, then you're going to take and put a, kind of like a heart. It's going to look like a heart. So you're going to draw a heart. Like that. See that? See how I did that? You're going to draw a heart. And then the next step is to bring that line down like this. So now it looks like wings. See that? Okay. And then you could just bring that around if you had space there. And then the next step is to add the little bug butt. So you're going to add a little bug body butt to it. You know what this kind of looks like? It kind of looks like a flip-flop. Ah, that's funny. All right, and then once you have that stuff, you can take your marker and you can outline it. I'm going to make my wings just a little bit bigger because I don't like how small they were. But that's how you do it. Okay, and then once you have that, then you can add your stripes, if you want stripes on it or not. That's up to you. And then I'm going to add little lines for the wings. There we go. All right, so now there's that. And then eyes. I don't want to forget my eyes. So now I'm going to do eyes. There's that. Okay, next step is to color the bug. Now, I have these markers. I absolutely love these markers. I use them for journaling when I do my journal, my bullet journal. I went out and bought these markers. They're made by a company called Stabilo. Love them so much. I really want the little fine liner markers that they have. I may get those eventually. But these Stabilo highlighters are really awesome. And they're vibrant colors. And that's why I like them. So I'm using my Stabilo highlighted markers for these. And so now I'm going to just color my bug. There we go. Color it in. And then the top part is going to be pink. See how vibrant and bright those are? They are such great colors. And if you use it on watercolor paper, they don't even bleed through. Sometimes certain colors, certain markers will bleed through your paper. This is a pretty thick watercolor paper though. All right, now once I have that, I'm gonna take my white pen, if you have a white pen. I didn't put it on the list because it's optional, but I'm gonna take my white pen and I'm gonna add little dots to the eyes, and that makes it look more bug-like, right? Okay, and I'm just adding some accents to my bug. All right, now once you have that, the next step is to put a glue dot. I'm sorry, yeah, put a glue dot right in the middle, but not a lot, okay? You don't want a whole lot of glue on there because we still got to fit our string in there, which I probably could have done the string first. So push that on, let that dry for a second. And now we're going to cut our bug out. So cut that out. It's easier just to cut off all this extra paper instead of leaving it on there. As a kid, I used to just leave it on and it would get so annoying. It would get in your way when you're trying to cut. So now I just don't even worry about it. Just cut it off. This is a cute little bug. Once you get your bug all cut out, the next step is to do our string. Actually, no, we won't do the string first. We're going to do the eyes for the frog because we don't want to forget that. All right, so next step, we're going to make eyes for the frog. So get another piece of paper, fold it in half, and just draw some eyes. Circles, just circles. And then I'll have to duplicate that on the other one and just cut it out. This ensures that they're the same size on both sides. Well, unless you don't do the marker proper. If you do the marker different, then it won't be the same size. Same. All right, and then now I gotta draw the eye on this one. Remember, I forgot to tell you all to make sure you cover your table, but I'm sure you all are doing that. I'm sure you're not marking on your table, right? Okay, and then draw your eye. Okay, now you got those on. Now we can hot glue those on the frog, wherever you want to hot glue them on. So I put 2 dots on the bottom of my frog somewhere. Try to make them kind of even. There's that. And then next step is the string. So now take your string. You could do it long or short. I'm not going to do it real long for this because I'm sitting at a table and it's going to be hard for me to catch it with a long string and you all see it. All right, so then you're going to take the end of the string and you're going to put a dot of hot glue in there. So put a dot of hot glue in the mouth of said frog and kind of set it down in there. And then without touching the glue, if you need to, you could take a piece of paper, push it down in there and just rip it up. It will stay. There we go. That should work. Now it's pretty dry. I can use my finger to tap it the rest of the way down. There we go. So now it's in there. Now it kind of looks like a tongue, a little bit. Okay, and then the next step is to take, if you have the white pen or paint or whatever, do some accents on your frog. So I'm going to draw around my little dots that I did. So now it's nice and dry. Or if you have paint, you can paint around it. I add accents to the sides, so I'll put white right here and here, all on one side to give it a little bit of a 3D look to it. And I'll do that on my legs. You can buy these pens. This is a what kind of pen is this? A Uniball Signo white pen. It is the best white pen I've ever used. People have told me that they use the white ink by Copic, and that's really good. I've never used that, so I don't know. But the Signo white pen is fantastic. And it's one of my favorites. I like to use it with watercolor or gouache paint. I believe that's how you say it, gouache. And it really brings out an accents. So you can buy these on Amazon. If you don't know where to get them, Amazon is the place. Okay. And then the last step is to take your bug, and remember how we only put a dot in the middle? That's so that we have space to put a dot and stick our string. So I don't know which way you want to put your string. If you want to do it in the front by the face or in the back by the butt. I'm going to put the string by the butt this time. So you can bend it a little bit, put the glue in there, and then stick the end of the string right there and squeeze it down. And, people, that is how you make a little frog, bug-catching frog. And sometimes it's kind of difficult because your string gets caught on these little hands, and that's the whole point of it, is to try to catch it. Which, oh, I caught it. Did I? No, I didn't. I did not catch it. Anyway, so if you want any information on City Museum, you can go to citymuseum.org. It has all our information on tickets and what we're doing to combat everything. Any informations, I caught it that time. Follow us on City Museum's Facebook page. Like us, share us. Any video how-tos that you want to find on here that I've done previously are on both sites. And all our other videos where George shows you the bug room, our slide rides, all that stuff is on there as well. History about City Museum is on there. So go check out our video archives. They're a lot of fun, really cool things to watch. Until tomorrow at 11 o'clock, I'll see you then.